A proclamation of the Pierce County Council and Executive designating May 2026 as Wildfire Awareness and Prevention Month in Pierce County, Washington. Whereas wildfires increasingly pose a threat to homes and communities throughout Washington state as more people are moving into the wildland areas. And whereas the Washington State Department of Ecology, acting under the authority of RCW 43.83b.405, issued a statewide drought emergency declaration on April 8, 2026, due to record low mountain snowpack and exceptionally warm winter. And whereas approximately 88% of wildfires are caused by human activity, often stemming from preventable actions like unattended campfires, equipment sparks, and the use of fireworks in high-risk areas. And whereas the historical impact of fires, like the 2020 Sumner Grade Fire, which burned 759 acres and forced the evacuation of thousands, serves as a vital reminder of the need for community-wide vigilance. And whereas local, state, and federal agencies work together in Pierce County to ensure communities are prepared and resilient to wildfire. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed on this 12th day of May 2026 by the Pierce County Council and the Executive that May 2026 is hereby recognized as Wildfire Awareness Month in Pierce County, Washington. Be it further proclaimed that all community members are encouraged to take the following preventive measures during this high-risk 2026 season. 1. Utilize local resources. Schedule a free home ignition zone assessment of forest health forest health consultation through the Pierce Conservation District. Recreate responsibly. Refrain from using fireworks, exploding targets, or outdoor pyrotechnics in or near dry vegetation, and always ensure campfires are dead out and cool to the touch before leaving. 3. Maintain equipment. Avoid parking vehicles on dry grass. Ensure trailer chains aren't dragging on the pavement, which can create sparks, and use spark arresters on all gas-powered tools. 4. Harden your home. Use metal mesh that is 1/8 inch or finer to cover all attic and crawl space vents to prevent embers from entering your home. 5. Create defensible space. Maintain a non-combustible zone 0 to 5 feet from your home's perimeter by removing dead leaves, pine needles, and mulch. 6. Register for alerts. Ensure every household member is signed up for PC Alert by texting PCALERT to 888-777 to receive immediate evacuation notifications. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Let's give them a hand. So, Director Coggin, do you want to start? Or not Director Coggin, but you're going to introduce yourself for the record so we know who you are?
Certainly. My name is James Moore. I'm with Pierce Conservation District. I'm their Climate Resilience Manager. I work with several agencies around Pierce County regarding wildfire, home hardening, wildfire-ready neighbors visits, and as well as the FireWise program. That is more of a community program versus the singular home visits. I just want to say thank you all for supporting this proclamation. We have made a good amount of progress, to say the least, this past year. I'd like to give a special shout out to the McKenna Forest Reserve down between Roy and Eatonville. They're our newest FireWise addition, and that community has already worked towards hardening their homes as well as making their streets safer for evacuation, and overall a well-rounded emergency plan is forming. Other than that, I'd just like to say that we have a lot of demonstrations, workshops, council talks coming up in May. Check the Pierce Conservation District website. And of course, a special thanks to our friends at the Department of Natural Resources, Pierce Emergency Management, and of course, Pierce County as well. So thank you all very much.
Thank you very much. Greg, would you like to? Oh, no, go ahead.
We're going to switch it up on you.
Okay.
I don't know why you didn't recognize me in the form of James. We look so similar. So Dana Coggin, I'm the Executive Director of the Pierce Conservation District. Just want to say thank you all very much. I know that fire is maybe not what is on all of our minds at this point in time because it doesn't look like there's maybe lots of fuels out there. But if you look at a lot of the beautiful prairies and everything that's happening right now, one of the things that is recognizable to some of us who put our glasses on and look at what's happening out there is that there are a lot of fuels that are available out in our areas right now. As was stated in the proclamation, thank you very much for pointing out that it is our due diligence as community members to make sure that we are ready for the next fire, because we know it is coming. 2020 was not that long ago, and many of us have the same memories of being here for that time. I know I was actually called in to help my nephew and his wife's family evacuate from their home during the Sumner Grade Fire. So definitely personal opportunities for us to make changes, but also remember what we have seen in the past and recognize that it takes each and every one of us to prevent the next forest fire, as Smokey the Bear says. So thank you all very much for your work in this. Definitely reach out to the Conservation District. We are a non-regulatory process. If you call us, we will come out and we will look at your property and help you be ready for the next fire. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, I'm the stand-in for Fire Marshal Rice. My name is Greg Gentile. I'm a Deputy Fire Marshal with Pierce County, one of the 4 investigators that serve in Pierce County. Wildfire is something that speaks to my heart, coming from Southern California over a decade ago, so very familiar with it. And, you know, we've been in a drought up here in Western Washington, significant drought in the last 4 years. So the fuels that were alluded to, light fuels, moderate fuels, are becoming more and more significant. So I can answer any questions anybody might have, but we really appreciate the proclamation. That's nothing that I can't add to. Beautifully done. And so we'll stand on that, but we look forward to working in partnership with the community, DEM, and the Conservation District.
Can you remind us what happens on June 1st?
June 1st is our first phase burn ban, our stage 1 burn ban. So what that limits is basically any outdoor burning regarding vegetation. Weed burning is something I always try to educate people on, usually after the fact as a fire investigator, but people can be far removed from their residence or be at their garage conducting weed burning activities, and it'll actually migrate underground. So risks that they don't know that are out there and things that we definitely need to solve through public education, and today's a great step towards that.
Thank you very much. Kate?
Great. May I please have the PC alert slide back up, if that's possible? Thank you. Good afternoon. Thank you for recognizing Wildfire Awareness today. While many people think of wildfire as an Eastern Washington issue, wildfire is a very real risk for us here in Western Washington. The good news is that preparedness makes a difference. One of the easiest steps that we have available for people living and working and playing in Pierce County is signing up for PC Alert. It is our free emergency notification service. When you sign up online, you're able to put in your address of any of those locations where you live, work, or play to receive geo-specific notifications around those addresses. You can decide if you want to be alerted either by email, text message, phone call on your cell phone, and yes, even to landlines. So Pierce County spearheaded Department of Emergency Management with partner agencies, evacuation language, and that goes as be ready, be set, go now. That same language has now been adapted by 13 surrounding counties, so we're all working together to say the same thing so that there is not confusion when people receive evacuation notifications. In conjunction with signing up for emergency alerts, this is also a reminder to pack a go kit so that when you do receive alerts, you're ready to go. Thank you.
Thank you. And Vivian?
Thank you all for your proclamation today. My name is Vivian. I'm a hazard mitigation planner. So all I do is to try to reduce long-term risk to hazards like wildfires. And I'll just leave the community with this reminder that hazards are natural, disasters aren't. There's a lot of really impactful small things we can do to reduce risk to them, like everybody's talked about today. So thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm going to look to see if my colleagues have any questions or comments. We'll start with Vice Chair Herrera.
Thank you, Chair. Appreciate the council bringing this up. It's important. Ms. Kogan was talking about how everything is fuel. I remember using this excuse of when I was a drill sergeant and I would inspect the barracks and I'd find dust, and I'd tell the privates that is a fire hazard because that's fuel, and they'd get in trouble. Well, anyways, yeah, everything is fuel, so, and we have high risks. I'm also a kid of the 70s and 80s, and I remember the public education of Smokey the Bear. And I remember I just would listen to all those things. I don't know if the county has their own Smokey the Bear. I don't know if we could have Sparky the Raccoon, Amber the Owl, Sizzle the Squirrel, or Flame the Fox. I think people would listen more than council members doing a proclamation or some other adult. I don't know. I'm just saying. But I think it's... yeah, well, yeah. He's used a lot in this area. But... well, it's real important stuff to continue that education, and there's new ears hearing about it, and we have more risks, more than we did a few years ago, and it's a good thing. So thank you, Chair.
Thank you for the comments and the potential costume suggestions that I heard there. We will go to Councilmember Denson.
Well, the District 7 office, in addition to Sasquatch, does have a raccoon costume, so that could be a winner. So great ideas. I do think getting the word out in a fun way is important, in a way that people remember. I just want to thank you all for your good work. In my area, we have a lot of trees, and we have a lot of peninsulas, and we have areas where there's one way in, and it's very difficult for people to get out in the event of an emergency. I know Katie's been out a lot talking to the community, and Katie's staff as well. And I know Ken Rice has been out talking to the Key Peninsula community. I want to just mention that this year, this isn't just for District 7, but throughout Pierce County, Ken and his team have developed signs to be put on all of the fireworks stands now when they go and inspect and give their licenses. It's going to be very clear the kind of fireworks that are allowed and not allowed, the dates and hours that discharge is allowed. So they're doing a lot of education with the fireworks stands, but he's also said that he's available and prepared to do enforcement as well. Education first, but definitely prepared to do enforcement, and we do have fines around that, and it is serious. And we've had young people get killed with fireworks. We've had homes burned down with fireworks. So we have to, make sure that we're being good neighbors and protecting each other and each other's property. So we really appreciate the fire marshal working on this, and I know you all take it very seriously. And of course, the Conservation District, I've worked with James with a number of neighborhoods, and probably need to get you connected with a few more that have gotten engaged with DEM, with Katie in public safety, particularly around issues like this. So they're excited, and they want things they can do. And like Ms. Coggins said, especially in the county, it takes the neighborhoods, it takes the communities coming together and working together. And we're here to support as much as we can, but we really need their partnership as well. So thank you all for your good work.
Thank you for your comments. Looking to this side of the room. Okay. Councilmember Morell.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Thanks for everyone coming out to speak about this important proclamation. In my area, it's, of course, Central Pierce, East Pierce, and then I got Greenwater Fire District, Crystal Mountain Fire District, who all engage in the FireWise program, and then DEM for their work, and then Ken Liftmore Rice from the Fire Marshal's Department. That's an inside joke. He does a great job, and he's been posting more than just fireworks things on doors lately. So I know he's been busy. So, but thank you for keeping a vigilant lookout for everything, and making everyone aware that fire is no longer a rural issue. It is a suburban urban issue. And so we'll just continue to work towards, making sure everyone understands it, educating everyone, but also understanding the impact that it has on both humans and animals out there. So thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you for the comments, and thank you to my colleagues for the work that I know each of you do in your communities to help elevate and educate and spread the word especially as we move into fireworks season. But it really is year-round that the potential impacts of wildfires exist. So we have a lot of beautiful green stuff that doesn't stay green year-round. And so fire is always a danger. So appreciate spending some time on this.